Hi there, and thanks for watching this video abstract on flows, friction, and the sociomaterial metabolization of alcohol, a paper coming out in Antipode. This paper was quite fun for me to write. My background is in political ecology, and I had an opportunity to work on a bigger alcohol control research project in Cape Town, a city which I love. And I thought to myself, why not give it a go and see what happens when you put the two of these together? And I think the outcome of that is a little bit unexpected, but turned out to be quite an interesting project. And the two areas in which this work, I think, feeds in is looking at alcohol studies. The broader project is framed in that way, but also that there's really interesting things we learn about urban political ecology through the study of alcohol. And alcohol is quite a contested socio-material, and it has particular properties, materiality, which has different consequences than most of the materials which have been studied already. And what I've tried to draw attention to in this is, like many other political ecology studies, the flows through the city. But what our research also called attention to is, in addition to the flows, which, as you can imagine, alcohol tends to flow quite readily, is that there's all kinds of friction, reasons why alcohol is being stopped. Some of it is physical. There's space limitations, particularly in some of the areas where we did our research. Trucks aren't going to go there. The materials have to be carried through on wheelbarrows, etc., sometimes individually carried in order to get the alcohol to the places where it's to be consumed. But there's also much more intentional practices which seek to regulate and stop the flow of alcohol. This is a quite contentious issue in Cape Town right now. The city, as well as the provincial government, have been trying to stop or at least reduce the flow of alcohol, creating a source of friction to slow it down by keeping the hours of operation reduced. The final issue which we draw up in this paper is that alcohol's its materiality has consequences outside of the individual consumption. So what I call this is a conditional relationality. And I say conditional because a lot of the times we simply don't know what's going to happen. We know that when we consume alcohol, there's a relationship between that and how often you end up having to use the loos, as we call them here, and that's a pretty direct relationship, right, with particular consequences, particularly in places where there aren't readily available bathrooms. This creates neighborhood contestation. But there are some things which are more conditional, and that includes things like domestic violence, drunk driving, etc., where we're not really sure exactly what happens, but we know that there's some kind of an association and a correlation there. And this conditional relationality adds particular governance challenges, and part of why this is such a contested issue. If you're interested in more details about the particular kinds of examples that we see in Cape Town as alcohol is being regulated, we also have a broader project which you can go to the website, which will guide you more on the particular case and the examples there, or read the full paper, and I'm happy to engage further. Thanks for watching. Bye.